I'm Randy. I'm an alcoholic.
Hey, Randy.
And I have alcoholism. I have both. I I I think for me, when I identify as an alcoholic, that means that I have become allergic to alcohol, and so I can never ever drink alcohol successfully again. It's important for me to say that because eventually, if I get in enough emotional pain, I will turn to the painkiller that works best. Enough fear, enough emotional pain. That's where my mind goes. That's where, you know. But I also have alcoholism, and that's a disease, and that's a disease that centers in my mind. And I think that it's my opinion that drug addicts, people with food issues, shopping issues, gambling issues, uh, have all crossed the line mentally into alcoholism, which has nothing to do with alcohol. It's such a terrible name for the disease because it's hard to relate to if you're not saying, "Oh, well, I drank and I've become allergic to alcohol." But it's important in an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting to say alcohol because um, it gets too weird if it's food and alcohol and gambling and all of those things. But alcoholism, this meeting's about alcoholism. It's about the disease that centers in my mind. It has nothing to do with the substance that I use to distract myself or to kill the pain from my alcoholism. It's alcoholism is the disease that is the mental illness that is my life, that is the power for my life, that drives my mind, that tells me who I am and who I think I am and everything I think I know about how the world acts and how I'm supposed to act. And it's all driven by this warped mind, by this alcoholism. And I think so that's why everybody that's suffering is welcome here. Anyone who's practicing the 12 steps, because the 12 steps don't treat alcohol. The 12 steps treat my mind so that I don't need to drink alcohol. If my mind is treated, if my restless, irritable, and discontent, unsatisfiable, fault-finding, opinionated, always in a hurry, easily frustrated mind is treated, there's no reason to drink. And the treatment starts right now, right here in this room. But it starts right now every day when I wake up in the morning, whatever now that is, that's when it starts. It doesn't start when I get to a meeting. That would be crazy to have to go the whole day till 8 o'clock at night with alcoholism and then get to a meeting and then have 1 hour of treatment and then go back home with the mind, isn't that the way it was? Like, isn't that the way you treated your disease? Like you didn't drink, you just didn't drink. And then you went to a meeting and you'd listen to some stuff and you'd have a little bit of it's actually a meeting is prayer and meditation, right? Because we pray a little and we meditate on listening, which is meditating. It's a type of meditation, is to listen to whoever's talking and relating and contemplating my life compared to theirs, right? That's what I did at meetings. I went to meetings, I listened to their story, and I'd say, oh, they have a good life. Maybe I'll listen to what they're doing. Or that person sounds totally screwed up. Why am I listening to that person? And that's what a meeting was. But I was listening, and so I was not thinking and talking to myself some of the time. Most of the time I was talking to myself. Like I would listen for a minute, I would hear something, ooh, that sounds good, and then I would go practice it. My body would be in the meeting, but my mind would be out practicing principles in fantasy land. Wow. So I have a disease and it needs a treatment, and this is the moment that I can treat it. So I come here, I sit down, I meditate. You know, this morning I got up, my daughter's having a party. She's having an art show. I keep calling it a party. She's having an art show in my backyard today, and she's 16, and she invited all of her friends and everybody that's connected to anybody on social media. So this could be wild. And I got up this morning and I'm cleaning the backyard and doing stuff, but I had to do stuff right away, so I didn't read. And I'm a little nervous about what could happen at this party. So I have a little bit of anxiety. I told John as we're riding over here, I feel that, I got that thing in my gut, you know. And I haven't read and I haven't meditated and I haven't prayed. And now I have. And that thing is like not so intense anymore. It's okay. And because the disease is starting to get treated and my mind's not running through all my mind wants to do is run through every worst case scenario. What if they trash a neighbor's car? What if they light something on fire? What if they have a fight in my backyard? What if they jump off my house and kill themselves in my parking lot? I don't know. I don't even have a parking lot in my driveway. But my mind wants to do that. It wants to run scenarios. And I got up this morning and it wasn't checked. So it's off to the races. And so we're reading stuff and we're reading it in order. And maybe between now and 4.5 years from now, we'll have gone through all 12 steps out of the big book and the 12 and 12 and a little bit of Tebow. And maybe by the time we get there, we'll know more and be acting better. But it's right now. It's right now. It's right now. Right here in this room. Could you be with me, Power? Could you help me? Could you help me to become the person that you want me to be right now? And really everything that we're gonna read and everything we're gonna talk about when we are talking about the truth, which is a principle, is a truth upon which all other truths are based. It's a principle. It's a truth. When you already know all the truths, you already know it, and you know it's true because when you hear it, you know it's true. You just know it. And how would you know that if it wasn't already inside of you? So the power is inside of you. And if the power is inside of you, then all knowledge and all power is inside of you. Right? If God is inside of you, God's inside of you. Everything God has and knows and is and does is inside of me. It's inside of you. So we're going to awaken it. We're going to awaken the power so that you can have access to all power and all knowledge. It's going to be awakened. It's going to be awakened by practicing these principles. And if I don't start practicing them now, I'm never going to be awake. If I do start practicing them now, right now I'm awake. Even if I'm just practicing rigorous self-honesty in step 1. Even if I'm just practicing admitting complete defeat in step 1. All of the knowledge and power is available to me from that moment on because my mind is open. I'm open to that power. So the reading is important for awakening the spirit, for allowing me to realize that I already know this, that I already have this, that I could do this, that I could live this as a way of life right now. And I could my disease could be treated. I don't think I can treat it, but I can be open to the treatment. I can be surrendered to the idea that a power greater than myself could restore me to sanity. And I could do that right now. Isn't that beautiful? That was what I loved about the way the message was delivered to me. The man always said, when are you going to do this? What, you going to do it when you get home? No way. When I get home, there's going to be stuff going on at my house. My mind's going to be, if I'm not treated, my mind's going to grab those thoughts again and start doing disaster scenarios. It has to be treated right now. And if it's treated right now, there's a possibility that it could be treated right now. And then right now, and then right now, and then right now. And the treatment has started. And a new way of life is starting to happen right now. Even if I did it yesterday, it's still new today. You know, I don't care how much time I have or how much time you have. We're all newcomers. We're all newcomers right now to the inspiration that our higher power is offering us right now in this moment. I'm a newcomer to it. And the minute I think I know something and I'm not a newcomer anymore, I'm dying of alcoholism. Because those are the two, that's it. There's no half measures. I'm either living by new inspiration in this moment right now, which is completely different than any other time I've ever sat in this room. This is the first time I've ever sat in this room right now. So I'm a newcomer. All right, so we're going to read about ego factors, and we're going to read a paragraph, and if you have experience with that paragraph, then share your experience, and if you have questions, ask a question. And let's get started.
So we're gonna start from page 28 on this booklet.